everyone. Change in government's attitude. When the government lifted the ban on the Congress and released the Congress leaders in June 1945, they expected to find demoralized people. Instead, they found tumultuous crowds impatient to do something. Popular energy resurfaced after 3 years of repression. People's expectations were heightened by the release of their leaders. The Wavell Plan, backed by the Conservative government in Britain, failed to break the constitutional deadlock. In July 1945, Labour Party formed the government in Britain. Clement Attlee took over as the new Prime Minister and Patrick Lawrence as the new Secretary of State for India. In August 1945, elections to central and provincial assemblies were announced. In September 1945, it was announced that a constituent assembly would be convened after the elections and that the government was working according to the spirit of the Cripps offer. The government's change attitude was dictated by the following factors. The end of the war resulted in a change in balance of global power. The UK was no more a big power while the USA and USSR emerged as superpowers, both of which favored freedom for India. The new Labour government was more sympathetic to Indian demands. Throughout Europe, there was a wave of socialist radical governments. British soldiers were weary and tired, and the British economy lay shattered. By 1945, the British government in London owed India £1.2 billion and was being drained by the US Lend-Lease Agreement, which was finally paid off only in 2006. There was an anti-imperialist wave in the Southeast Asia in Vietnam and Indonesia, resisting efforts to replant French and Dutch rule there. Officials feared another Congress revolt, a revival of the 1942 situation, but much more dangerous because of the likely combination of attacks on communications, agrarian revolts, labor trouble, army disaffection joined by government officials and the police in the presence of INA men with some military experience. Elections were inevitable once the war ended, since the last elections had been held in 1934 for the centre and in 1937 for the provinces. The British would have had to retreat. The Labour government only quickened the process somewhat. Like, share and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. Bye.